I finished my hair. You see me? Okay. Oh yeah, those are my cheerleaders. It's my sons. So, see that back there? Black woman is beautiful. Sign the black man. Okay. But anyway, this video is just going to I just want to talk about the N word, right? So a lot of times a lot of younger people will say, oh, I'm not going to fight for that, or they don't mean it like that. And then you have the older generation say they said a lot because they rap about it and they say it in their words a lot. I want to share this. Nobody, old or young, living on this earth has the right to give a pass to anyone to say the N-word because you were not there during that horrific struggle. You were not the one enduring the pain, the disrespect, and the stripping of your dignity, your pride, your culture, and everything that you stood for prior to. You don't possess that authority. So if you have nothing to say about it, especially in defense of the ones who endured the suffering and the degradation of being called the N-word and being disrespected, I think that you should be quiet and sit down. Because I get tired of seeing people joke and play with their friends of another race with the N-word, or people justify why people think it's cool to say it. I don't care why you think it's cool to say it or what you thought, but the root of it, the base of why they think it's okay to say it, because they do not respect our history and they do not respect our culture. And you're like, that's like my brother. Like your brother and being your brother is not the same. He got my back more than my friends. That's cool. More than my family. That's cool. But at the same time, whoever he is to you, you don't speak for the whole race of who we are as a people, and you do not speak for my ancestors. So you and your buddy, friend, cousin, brother, y'all need to find another word to call each other. And that's not it. So find a word that cross cultural lines, okay, that you guys can call each other. I don't care if you call each other dog or birdie, cat, whatever it is. It doesn't matter. Call each other fly on a wall. How about that? Okay? Or stink on shit. Whatever you choose to call yourselves, do that. But don't think that you have the authority to speak for my ancestors who endured the trauma and the abuse of slavery and being called that word and not by their original name. Because not only were they called the N-word, they were stripped of their regular names, their natural African heritage names, their language, and all of the above. So where and why you think that you possess that authority to okay someone to say it, or to say, I'm not going to battle for that? Well, you don't have to battle for it. So sit your coward ass down and don't say nothing if you don't have nothing to say. Okay? Because it's not a battle. I don't know how hard it is for you to turn to somebody and say, you know what? I'd appreciate if you didn't say that word. Because my history is tied to that, and what we endured. Your family, your grandparents, your who you are as a person, and what you was birthed out of. No matter how cool we are, we may be in poverty together. Okay, you may have came here and migrated, so you think that you identify with us, but you do not, because your family chose to come here. Mine did not. We ended up here by way of ship, chains, and shackles on a block being sold. Okay? So you do not identify with our history. You may have been through your own struggle, and and it's cool. We could talk about it and all of that. But you have not been through that. So I asked you as my friend or my homeboy or coworker or whatever, can you, for my sake, just respect me enough not to use that word in my presence? Now, you may use it with your friends who look like you or whatever. But I'm going to tell you that that's disrespectful. How is that battling for that word? It's not a battle to ask somebody to respect your history. That's a battle. That's a fight. To ask someone to respect your historical trauma that the people who came before you endured. It's not a battle. It's called standing on your 2 feet, using your goddamn mouth that God has given you. Because if you can do nothing else for where we are and where we are headed, you can speak up to those who supposedly care about you. And if they care about you, the respect is already there. So it won't be a battle, right? It won't be a battle because they would just be like, you know what, man, you're right. All right, sis, my bad, And it's just that simple. And I know it's hard because you have a lot of people from mixed backgrounds. Parents are of Hispanic and Black descent, and their children feel that they're Black, so they use it because of their Black parent calling them the word all day long. And it is what it is. But it doesn't hurt for you to acknowledge and to let them know that that doesn't make me feel good. Or maybe it make you feel nothing because you don't think about where I came from. Not we. I'm talking about I, because some people want to be like, I'm not African American, I'm Indian. Okay. You could be Indian, but at the same time, Indians had their struggle too and got their caps peeled. Okay? While we were being lynched and hung and killed and beat and raped, they were being raped and skint and their land taken too. So whatever you choose to be on this soil that has melanin in it and started from the beginning of the shaping of this nation was not a pretty beginning. So whatever you choose to call yourselves or identify with, it doesn't hurt to have a backbone. And if you feel nothing, then I suggest that you go and do a little soul searching, a little digging a little deeper. Talk to your grandmother, your auntie. And if they don't know anything or have the sense or the capacity mentally to speak to you on that level, find somebody, grandmother, somebody somewhere, and ask them, what do they know? Or go to the African American History Museum. I'm, here in Oakland, so there's one downtown. Find one in your city somewhere. Go sit down and read. And know this, that everything that they endured is not documented. Some things were, some books are hidden. Some of the real ones, you have to dig deep. Some things are there. But use your imagination. Okay? Look at the way people treat dogs. Look at how they snatch animals out the jungles and throw them in a zoo and put them on a platform and get paid for you to come and study about an animal. Look at them. Look at the aquariums. How they take sharks out of their natural habitat, put them in a cage and get paid for people to wow and woo and ooh at them being caged up in such a small space. Because there's no aquarium that's even a quarter the size of the ocean. There's no land in any zoo around the world that is a quarter of the jungles that these animals came from. So, then I want you to think about people. Okay? So, think of a people that they said were animals. This is a person. See, animals can't talk. People talk. We give birth. So does animals. But we think. And so while we are observing and enduring these things, we deal with emotional issues, mental issues, lack of companionship, just a whole bunch of emotions. I just want you to think. Just sit and think. And if you feel nothing, that's fine. But maybe you need to think a little deeper. Stop being such a surface thinker. And that's just my challenge. Let's do that. Y'all like challenges out there. That's a challenge. Stop surface thinking. When you see an image, an ad, or a video or something, think, what are they trying to get me to see? What are they wanting me to think about? And is it healthy for who I am and conducive to my growth? Because that's what you need to think about. Because it's a psychological warfare out here. Okay? But at the end of the day, that's another video. It'll be coming soon. But ultimately, this video was to say, you don't have to battle for a word. Battle for your respect. Are you not tired of being disrespected in your face? I know a lot of times people don't take it as this, oh, that's not disrespectful. Oh, I didn't even take it like that. Because you're not thinking. You're not paying attention. That's the worst thing you can do to someone, is to make them numb to being disrespected, and to the point that they are so out of touch with reality, they cannot even see when someone has mistreated them or treated them less than they were supposed to. That's sad. You know, and this is not a white or black issue. I want you to pay attention to your interactions with everyone, be it from your race and other races. And the disrespect is so outrageous. The way we treat each other, the way other races smile in our face and capitalize on our poverty and our disenfranchisement and just everything. And they do it with a smile and pat you on your back and say, you my brother, you my sister. All the time. Have been doing it for years. There's no way that you should feel like you are battling for anything but your self-respect and your dignity. It's not a fight. What is wrong with opening your mouth? But I'm out, y'all.